Right, so what I thought I might do is do a Let's Play Euro Truck Simulator 2 because why not? I think it's a really good game and we may as well just do it. This is my current truck, which actually I'm not going to drive because I'm actually in like Linsk or somewhere. I'm in the middle of bloody nowhere in Czechoslovakia or some non-country. I don't know where the hell is Linz? Don't know, some country down there anyway. But I'm not going to do that because say we're in the middle of nowhere. And I've had a request to go from Plymouth to Birmingham, but I have a sneaking suspicion I don't think I might be able to, so we're just going to do a quick job and let's dive into it. Let's have a look. Where can we go from Plymouth to... No, we're in Britain. Fantastic. Let's see where we can go from Birmingham. Birmingham to Plymouth. Let's do that. 2 hours. It's going to take ages to do that, isn't it? Okay, let's go nuts. I'm actually using my steering wheel as well because why not? Because I have one. Put it in gear is always a good idea. What are we even carrying here? We're carrying some forklifts, which means we can do some flashing light on, why not? So yeah, Euro Truck Simulator 2 is a very, very good game. Like really, really good. I also decided not to do the Nerds Cube thing of doing like a 45-minute gameplay because that would just be ridiculous. As much as I usually do more than 45-minute actual stuff when I do this, I decided... Cheers, mate. Let me out there. What a good fella. Apart from that twat there. Oh, fantastic. Did you not see the situation? You fucking idiot. So you've not only damaged my truck... Do you know what? I'm just going to go nuts. I'm going to take you with me. That's how much of a pain in the ass you've been there. Bloody Focus driver. What a twat. Let's turn some lights on. Let me see what we're doing there. Oh, we've still got him. He's gone. Right. So, Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've actually failed at recording this 3 times. So hopefully this will be the 4th time lucky, I suppose. So yes, Euro Truck Simulator 2. Very, very good. So I'm using steering wheel because it just makes the gameplay better and this, that, and the other. A lot of people would actually say this is like a geeky, nerdy game. I suppose it kind of is. If you want to act like a geek and a nerd with it, then you can. But I'm not going to because I'm not that geeky and nerdy. I am a geek and a nerd, and I do like simulator games. I mean, who doesn't like simulator games? It's just great fun because it means you can look where you're going, Aaron. It means you can do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do in real life, like drive trains and drive trucks and shit. What the hell is this little piece of shit anyway? It's like a shitty little majestic thing, yeah. One of the annoying things with SES Software couldn't get the licenses for a lot of the trucks they use. So initially, when they had Volvo, they've managed to actually get licenses for now. So that was called Valiant before, because they couldn't use the Volvo name because it was all licensed and all this other shit. 30 miles an hour on a dual carriageway. Are you serious? Oh, that's bullshit right there. It's the exhaust brake, technical term there, ideal. But no, one of the things I do like about Euro Truck Simulator 2, and also simulator games in general, is you can chill out and just do whatever the hell you want. You can like kick back, relax, you can drink tea, which is what I'm doing here. Actually, I say drink tea. Whoa, there's nothing in here. It's empty. That's bad. That's not very good at all. It's actually empty. I thought I had some in there then, but apparently I don't. I might have to make myself another cup of tea in a minute then. But yeah, you can just sort of chill out and just sort of kick back. As opposed to like if you play like Call of Duty, then it's like you just can't chill out with it. You just sort of, because if you chill out, you die, and yeah, that's not really good. The same with like Battlefield 3 and stuff like that. Yeah, 50 miles an hour on an on ramp. Why not? The other annoying thing I suppose I get why they've done it, but all the on ramps and off ramps pretty much like look the same. They've got like 3 different designs, and they've like interchanged the 2, which is, which is kind of annoying. But I suppose I kind of get why they've done it, because obviously they can't do everything, because if they did everything, then it would really be. Well, they make the game massive for a start, and also they make themselves they give themselves a lot of work. They do localise it though, so like for instance, when you're in Plymouth, which is where we're going, so I'll show you that. Hopefully it'll get daytime by then, so we can actually see some of the cool graphics that are in this. When you get to localised places, they they have like local landmarks. So, for instance, in Plymouth, there's the Roland Levinsky building, which is part of Plymouth University, which incidentally I actually work there, which is quite cool. And then if you go to places like London, they've got the Gherkin, and they've got a few other buildings there which you might recognise, which I really like. I really like that. I think it's a really quite good idea. Yeah, which makes it sort of a bit more local as opposed to them just sort of, you know, doing things the same. And they've kind of got to do the same things the same because they've got to make the game small enough that people will download it and run it. Because if you like distribute a game that's like 50 gig or something, people aren't going to download and use it because it's going to take half the hard drive just on the game content. It's not gone, and it's not a proper simulator game in that it's not a commercial simulator game. So it's not something that, you know, someone would pay $2,000 for, in which case you might want to make it a bit more realistic, but I mean this is realistic enough. Obviously they couldn't map the entire of the English, I mean, like for instance just like the British and Road Network. If they did that, you'd be sitting down in your underwear playing playing this game like for 12 hours straight to go from, I don't know, wherever it is, like London to Aberdeen or something like that. So but yeah, so I mean the graphics are insanely good. I have to say that the graphics are bloody good. Annoyingly, with Fraps, it doesn't want to. Like, I couldn't record it at a high FPS. In actual fact, the FPS on this now is actually better than it was because I was getting 17 FPS when I was recording through Fraps. So I wasn't happy about. I usually get about 50 when I'm maxing it out without Fraps. So we're gonna have to reduce speed massively, aren't we? That's annoying. I don't even know what the speed limit is. 50 maybe? Is it 50? I don't know. But Fraps really did rape it for some reason. We're going down to 17 FPS, which wasn't great. But no, it runs 50 maxed out quite fine on my PC. I do need to replace my PC, but that's neither here nor there. 4 hours driving time. I think I probably will have to cut out some bits in this because this is going to take too long and people are just going to be bored of me just rambling on about nothing. So I think what we'll do is I'll drive and you can skip over the bits. You skip over this bit and we'll cut back to when we're actually almost quite close to Plymouth. So since the last time you joined me, it's actually now got daylight and I actually managed to get another brew. We're currently 35 minutes outside of Plymouth, so I figured now is a good time to sort of come back to it. And you can actually look at the graphics for yourself. Sunflowers on the left-hand side there. They are really, really good. I'm really impressed with what SAS Software have done, like graphics-wise. Just looks amazingly good. For a company that's so small and have got such a small budget, you know, in comparison to a lot of the other big companies like EA and all these other people like Activision, blah blah blah. I think they've done a really good job. The only thing they sort of need to work on now, I suppose, is licensed vehicles. And I suppose they're kind of limited because obviously they can't get the licenses that they want. So, like for instance, say this is Majestic as opposed to the Mercedes-Benz, which is what it should be. Which is, say, it's a bit annoying, but it doesn't really matter that much. And the cars, that could be a bit more imaginative with the cars. It's literally just like Range Rover, Skoda, and like Transit, and it's kind of like the three cars that seem to exist in this game. And a few Audis, I think. I think there might be BMWs kicking around. Oh no, this is annoying. Way 30 mile an hour speed limit all the way to Plymouth now, which is annoying. So we'll cruise control that. The other thing I suppose I might as well share with you whilst I'm in the 30 mile an hour speed limit for roadworks. At least they're actually doing roadworks, unlike most of the roadworks in the UK, which they just seem to close roads for no real reason. We've got on the dash there, we've got all sorts of bits and pieces we can see and we can change that, which is quite good. Depending upon what lorry you drive, depends on what you can actually see. With the Majestic, you can't really see very much. It's not that imaginative and very good. Stuff like the Volvo, you can see a bit more. You can see things like oil temperature and outside temperature and like what your cruise speed is, what your cruise control is set at, and things like that. Which is all right. It's an extra like gimmicky thing, isn't it? Which is really, yeah, it's quite cool. And yeah, he's really good. I'm very impressed. Like I say, if you're thinking about, because you can demo it unlimited amounts of time. The only limitation is what you can do with the game. So you can't do as much with the game. That's the only limitation with it, which is quite cool. So in the distance there, you can see. When I was talking about localization, you can see Roland Levinsky building in front of us there, which is part of Plymouth University. I don't know if I'll be able to see it a bit better when we get closer to it because the trees coming in the way. And actually, when we get into the city, I don't know, because there is a few other things that are sort of local to the city. And you're like, oh, that's quite cool. So yeah, Roland Levinsky's there, which is exactly how it looks in real life as well. But that's literally all they've put in there. It doesn't look like they've put the rest of the university there, which is a bit annoying. But hey, I mean, you've obviously got limited space. They can't go too nuts with it. So yeah, we've got that over there, which is quite cool. There's a few good things. If you're ever down this way, definitely come and visit Plymouth, because Plymouth's really, really good. And if you're not a pussy hole and you quite fancy meeting up in a no homo sort of way, more mug to hit me up on Twitter and I'll show you the sights of Plymouth, because Plymouth is one of those like weird places. It's a bit of a shithole. I'm in the wrong lane here as well. It's a bit of a shithole, but there's some really good places. Like a lot of people say Coventry's a shithole, but I don't think Coventry's a shithole at all. I think Coventry's really cool. It's really good stuff in Coventry. So yeah, bare space. Right, let's see if we can try and park this without crashing. I don't know what this is going to be possible, because I'm actually not bad at this. I believe parking trailers and stuff. I'm actually quite a pro at it now, especially if you've got tons of space. Right, now are these? Is he going to let me through? No, he isn't. Go on, son, out of the way. Oh, well, now that's annoying. There's not very much space either side of that trailer. Right, let's. I'm not going to be a pussy and make it automatically park it for me, because that would just be really, really poor. Right, let's full lock. Let's see what we can do here. We might have to go back out on the street here a bit, because we've not got enough room to swing it around. Right. Right, let's see if we can try and line it up with the I'm literally just going to use the mirrors. I'm not going to cheat and do the way that I used to do, which was just go outside the cab and have a look. Which, whoa, well, that's not really good, is it? That was a bit of a balls up. Put it forwards and then drive it back. And then we're pretty much done, really. But it's definitely worth checking out. I'll put a link in the description below where you can demo it. And also definitely check out Nerd3's or Nerdcube's video. If you've got 45 minutes to kill and you quite fancy. Excellent. There we go. Look at that. Boom. There you go. Not very much added to my bonus score though, which is annoying. But yeah, definitely check out Nerdcube's videos. I might do a train simulator video after this, because it's in keeping with simulators and stuff. So I might just keep hold of that. And this is, you may as well see my lorry in actual daylight here as well, as opposed to. Let's go and put some cabin adjustments, adjust lights, and parking lights, low beam, high beam, and front, and that as well. So this is my track. This is what I usually drive down, which is a beast. I suppose we may as well have a look at the internal, what it looks like inside as well, because they've done a lot of detailing with the inside of it, and it does look really, really cool. I have to say I'm very impressed with the graphics. I'm very impressed with the way they've represented lorries and things like that, which is really good. Say on the outside, lots of detail, which is really cool. Let's turn the engine off because there we go, we're making a hell of a row. And it is really good. I'm really impressed, like seriously impressed with how the game looks and plays and feels. But definitely demo it. Definitely check out, if you've got 45 minutes to spare, or even just like watch the first 10 minutes. Watch Nerdcubed and do his shiz. And apart from that, I'll catch you in a later video.